Hey everybody, what's up? This is going to be kind of a short video, alright? Because this speaks to a problem that is huge in the United States, especially within the so-called black community. Alright? And Sha'Carri Richardson is a poster child for that and what's going on in that so-called black community. You know, the people who want to identify as being from the land of Crayola, a color, black. All right. So this is commentary basically thrown out there to the, bandwagon Weedhead Sha'Carri Richardson fandom. The people that was attacking everyone in support of her decision, right? And this goes out to the clowns that say weed is not a performance enhancing drug. It is. All right. The problem with a lot of these people is they didn't really support Shikari. And I myself have always felt hurt by what she is going through. But I don't even give her a pass. Right? I told you the reason I was rooting for the Jamaicans. Because we're all the same people, literally, from over here. You know, the Aboriginals. All right. The difference is that they are raising families, so they're supposed to be who I'm rooting for. They have husbands, so that's supposed to be who I'm rooting for. They have children, that's supposed to be who I'm rooting for. One is the oldest woman to compete at this level, I believe. All right. Sha'Carri Richardson is a newbie. She got gassed up by people that didn't support her. And she's never really had support all her life. So I understood who she was kind of better than most of y'all. The difference is understanding who she was. She was smoking weed because it is a performance enhancing drug. And now I demonstrate and show you why it is. All right. But first, let me greet everybody. Havorten Hardugu Dog, Ola Oita the Bain, Vasas Los Bonjour, Miss Me, Keda Bawani Konnichiwa, Niha Niha Ma Sani Bonani, Jumbo Habaragani, Assalamu alaikum and Shalom. All right. So I want y'all to pay attention. And we're going to look at how she performed. And I want to show y'all something. All right. So let's get to it. Here's the race right here. All right. Now, we're going to let it play through. And then we're going to go back and I'm going to point some stuff out. Y'all see that? What do you see? You saw a woman running with no heart, who gave up, who couldn't measure up so much that she was afraid and tried to walk off. She was not up to the task. All right. This is where she realizes that the whole world was way better than her. and she starts to give up. Here's the problem. She had two problems. I want y'all to notice the pocket rocket. Shelly Ann Fraser Price. She's the pocket rocket, right? And she's going to be ahead of people right out the gate because she has fast top end speed. But oh Lord, look what happens. All right. And so the Jamaicans had her number from the beginning to the end. But when she realized that she couldn't catch the pocket rocket, it was over for her in her mind already. Wasn't even close. Just already. She had already given up. And it gets worse. In this thing, the Jamaicans hit 1, 2, and 3. The Jamaican women's had, I don't know when they did, but they stopped forsaking their men. Usain Bolt probably had a lot to do with that. Brought notoriety to their men. In America, especially in athletics right now, you have the women and men. You got weakness within the Afro community. I mean, weakness, physically strong, mentally weak. This is the nut job that the single BAW has done on all the children. Where most dudes grew up around men like Jordan and all of them, Magic Johnson, all right, grew up around strong men that fortified their mentality. This generation saw good men thrown out of the house and replaced with sorry men, drug dealers running in and out, running through their moms and stuff. All right, and the girls was just put out there, left to the winds and to the wolves. That's how Sha'Carri Richardson ended up LGBT in relationship with another woman in the system, in and out of the system. Wasn't raised by her mom, raised by her grandma. She took the THC to calm her down so that she could run relaxed. That's why they don't allow it. That's the performance enhancing that it does. It calms your nerves. So while everyone else is nervous, ready to jump off the blocks, the person smoking the THC, they're relaxed because that's what it does. That's the edge. Right? So you can run smoothly and not really care. And when you run carefree, when FloJo was breaking these records and stuff, she was smiling. That means she found that zone. She found her stride. And when she broke the record, there was a guy that did an analysis and wondered how fast Usain Bolt could have been had he run like FloJo. She had perfect form, and she increased her speed at the right moment to be able to do that. All right. Cyan did the same thing. Sha'Carri Richardson had no heart. She didn't have no heart because it was beat out of her. And then look at her response. And this goes out to the Weedheads because it makes her look bad. And she looked bad because while all you clowns that come at me and other people like me that's really trying to tell you that these Jamaicans are doing it right and they represent us better than any American black woman, The Jamaican women represent us as a people, because we're all the same people. So they represent us. And if you talk to the Jamaicans, they will say we're the same people. The only people that have a problem with it is maybe the Dominican Republic, the Puerto Ricans, okay, maybe them. But Jamaica and Brazil, no, they'll call you brother. The Jamaicans, if you're in the right place, they'll call you brother and offer you some whacker tobacco, okay? So they represent us. Really. They represent the diaspora. They represent ADOS, but from Jamaica. Shikari does not. She represents the Rainbow Crew. All right. But I saw her life because me, her, and other people had that life where we're thrown away into the system. And then everybody, all the wolves are waiting for us to get out there because we don't know crap. And then all these people that said they support her, all these weedheads trying to talk down brothers, y'all don't support crap. Y'all was supporting her habit. If you really supported Afro people, then you would have stood up for Simone Biles when she decided to bow out because they were robbing her of her points. And she's not going to take all those risks or change her routine. And she can't change her routine at the last minute because she practiced and practiced and practiced and trained her body to flip in a specific way. And you're going to rob her of that so that you can give the medals to some other girls with lighter skin. That's what that was all about. And she can't say it. But there's those of us that say it for us. But the main people that jumped on the bandwagon that should not have was so-called black people. They didn't support the girls that was doing it right and that was being robbed. They supported one girl because she smoked weed. And they didn't think it was performance enhancing. It enhances your performance because it relaxes you. And that enhances your calmness at the beginning of the race where you need it the most. You have an edge and concentration that nobody else has. And she was scared as hell of them Jamaicans. That weed had she smoked some weed, it would have solved that. That's why she did it. Now, things get worse. Pay attention.
This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want. Because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the 6th fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me.
See what I'm saying? At no point does she have respect. Because all is lost for her. She don't know what to do. This hurts me. It hurts me because I understand she don't know what to do. She has absolutely no guidance in her life. None. She don't have no one around her to guide her to say, don't do this, do that. She is completely on her own. Things are bad for her right now because she wasn't trained properly for this. Nobody is training her on how to deal with the media. She has no father figure in her life like Simone Biles did. Right? Simone Biles has a grandmother and grandfather. She has no one. The only people she has in her life is predators right now. And the biggest predators are those so-called fanboys that came after me and brothers like me that tried to tell them analytically the fault that she had and analytically why we needed to root for the Jamaicans. Remember, the black woman has not supported men like me for a while, for years. And instead, they did the opposite. They spread the lies and misinformation about us, doing the work of the so-called supremacists that they say is the problem. They've been the main tool and instrument of the supremacist system towards good Afro men, such that she don't have one near her life. We ain't even going to say in her life, near her life. Period. And that's the sad part. Everybody was waiting to see this because they thought it was going to be something. And I said it a while back, that when she lines up against the Jamaicans, she's not going to have a chance. Period. And you could see the hope and everything is gone from her. She don't know what to do. She is on an island alone. And I will say this, because of her speed, she's on that island alone, not due to a fault of her own. She's been preyed upon in and out of the system, especially when people realized she had some speed. And as soon as she got fast enough, the first people to come to snatch her away from men was the LG Rainbow Crew, to whom she gave credit to, but her speed comes from her father, whoever he is. That's that genetic DNA. She has nothing but predators, and how is she going to deal with this? That's the question. She needs to get a good man, good older man in her life, like back in the day women used to do. Leave the young bucks alone that's doing the thing. She needs to get somebody in her life that's going to protect her for real, whose interest is going to be her because they have wisdom, not whose interest is going to be her because that's who they hitting. But she's not, because the BAW destroyed our culture. And the relationship she needs is now kind of seen as inappropriate, whereas it's more appropriate for her to be with another woman. See what I mean? But the fan base set her up for failure in ways y'all don't really understand. So congratulations. With that said, I'm out.